A centre of influence helps Alzheimer's patients in Taiwan, a school in Mongolia grows rapidly, and mission in Cambodia coming up next. Hello and welcome to Mission 360. I'm Gary Krause. Today's program is coming to you from Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, here in Southeast Asia, right in the heart of the 1040 window. Cambodia has rich history, a lot of culture. Many different powers have taken control of this country through the years. And there's very interesting archaeological and cultural sites such as this palace right behind me. But I don't know what your experience is, but often when I travel to different places and I take pictures and I bring them home, it's not really the buildings and the wonderful sights that are of great interest to me. It's the people, it's the faces that you see. And of course, that's what mission is all about. People, God's children all around the world who need to hear about His wonderful love. On today's program, we'll be learning a lot more about mission right here in Cambodia. But first up, let's travel to the Northern Asia Pacific region, to the country of Taiwan. And there in Taipei is a center of influence that is touching the community and also touching the lives of the people who are involved in running the center. And this center will be benefiting from the 13 Sabbath offerings that you give this quarter.
In the heart of this large city, the Adventist Church operates the Taiwan Adventist Hospital, Songshan Adventist Church, a media studio, a publishing house, and an urban center of influence, all on the same block. The Urban Center of Influence is the newest addition. It was started in 2015, thanks to your contributions to the 13 Sabbath offering. Helen Yen lives in Taipei. Through a connection with the hospital, she began volunteering at the Adventist Center of Influence established on the first floor beneath the church. She always wanted to serve the community and became one of the center's few founding volunteers. At this center, the church offers classes on Alzheimer's disease, a major challenge in the community. Locals can also enroll in cooking, health, and exercise courses. During the week, about 70 people attend the Alzheimer's classes alone. Through music and interactive activities, Alzheimer's patients and their families find ways to cope with this progressive disease. The center's nutrition and cooking classes are also making an impact. People from all backgrounds value the Seventh-day Adventist outlook on health and wholeness. So far, some 400 people have visited Taipei's Adventist Church through the influence of this center. Helen was also personally impacted by the activities here. Volunteering gave her a new sense of fulfillment and joy. She began to visit the center on weekdays and was soon attending Bible classes led by Brenda, the center coordinator. Helen studied about the sacredness of the seventh-day Sabbath for the first time. Her life began to change, and she wanted to share the truth she found with everyone.
I like to come here every day. I just want to use myself, my only self, my language, touch the people, connect the people. I will think I can use the words in the Bible's truth and let them know I'm a Christian.
Helen continues to serve at the center and is preparing for baptism. She is one of the first fruits of a successful ministry that began in 2015. This center started because of Adventist members' generous contributions through the 13 Sabbath offering. Once again, a portion of this quarter's 13 Sabbath offering will expand the Taipei Center of Influence as well as help build 2 more centers in Taiwan. It will also benefit projects in Mongolia, Japan, and South Korea. Please pray that God will bless the Northern Asia Pacific region through our contributions this quarter.
My guest is Pastor Lim Peng, who is the president of the Seventh-day Adventist Church here in Cambodia. Lim, nice to see you again and thanks for joining us.
Good to see you.
Now, you actually are a missionary back to your home country. How many years have you been working back here now?
I've been working back in Cambodia for 24 years.
24 years. Now, please tell me briefly, how did you first become a Seventh-day Adventist?
Well, I was born and raised here in the city of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. And when I was 12 years old, the communist Khmer rules took over. At that time, our family, we were not Christians, we were Buddhists. And so our family, along with other Cambodians, lived through the whole killing fields. And then we escaped to Thailand at the end of 1979 when the Vietnamese invaded Cambodia. So while we were in the refugee camp along the Cambodian-Thai border, that saw some of the Adventist World Service and also Mrs. Judy Aiken, who were ministering to the refugees in the camp. So they gave us food, some medicines and so on, and with that they also had English class using the Bible as a text. And then there were some Bible lessons in English. So I joined that class, and through the process, then I began to learn about Jesus, about who he was, who he is, his love, and the plan of salvation. Then I was baptized soon after that in a refugee camp.
Wonderful. Now, when you first started reading the Bible, it must have seemed very strange to you.
It was indeed strange, and I found a particular tract that was talking about sin and the plan of salvation. So when I read that tract, it caught my attention and it got me interested in studying more about the Bible.
Wonderful. Now, so how old were you when you were baptized?
I was 16 and a half.
Okay. Now, you had seen some terrible things during the Pol Pot years. Your family suffered loss. Tell me about that.
Yes, I came from a big family. There were 10 of us children. So it is considered to be fortunate that I only lost 3 of my family members. I lost my father, my eldest brother, and an eldest sister.
Terrible thing. So how did you then come back into Cambodia as a church worker?
Well, I had been wanting to come back to Cambodia from the US, and I got a call to be a volunteer in Cambodia for 2 years. And so I responded to that call, and so for short term, 2 years, and I came to Cambodia.
So what was your first role? What did you have to do?
Well, the first role that I received was to go to the western part of Cambodia, Banamong. That's the place where the returned refugees had come back from the camp. So my job was to locate as many as I could of our brothers and sisters who were baptized in the camps, who now came back to Cambodia.
Oh, wow. And how many did you find?
Well, I found probably around 20.
Yeah, very good.
Initially.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then moving forward, then you came back here as a missionary and you served as the secretary here in Cambodia. You've now been serving as the president. During the time that you've been here, what changes have you seen in the church?
Well, I still can see a hunger for the gospel, in a sense, because one of the things that make Buddhists attract to the Christian message is that they see the way Christians live, because they in Buddhism they emphasize the right living and so on. If a person is living upright and is not involved with drinking and smoking and so on, and so they are attracted to the message.
Okay. Do we have Do we have church planting continuing here in Cambodia? Can you describe that?
Yes, we still have church plants in Cambodia. We have around 13 of them here in Phnom Penh, and they are the one in the front line. They are planting churches in different sections of the city. So for about 7-8 years now, so there's been congregations established here in the city of Phnom Penh.
Wonderful. Now, when we look at the growth of the church, how many church members would we have here today now?
I would say we would have around 50% of our membership, which is 3,300 right here in Phnom Penh.
Okay. So from virtually nothing when you first came here, we now have nearly 4,000 church members.
That's correct.
When we look at the challenges facing the church here, what are the major challenges?
Yes, I can name a few. One of them is materialism.
Yes.
As you can see, the economy grows and so on with the media, the mass media and so forth. And so that would be a real challenge for our church.
Yes.
Secondly, the predominant thinking of this country. To change from one religion to another is a challenge. Because for them, they think in their own mind, they have it all.
Wow.
So our challenge then would to create a thirst in them so that they can see the gospel, the message of God's love to the world.
Wonderful. Lynn, nice talking to you again, and God bless you.
Thank you.
And viewers at home, please pray for the church here in Cambodia. Pray for the precious people here as they touch lives in the community. May people see Jesus through them. Please pray also for Pastor Lim and his family with the tremendous challenges they face as missionaries right here in Cambodia. Welcome back to Phnom Penh, the capital and most populous city in Cambodia. This city was established back in 1434. And to learn more about what's happening here on Mission 360, the people and places that you see, I invite you to follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and just search for Mission 360 TV. And there you'll find full episodes and a lot more information. Next up, we travel to the continent of Africa and the country of Ethiopia to see global mission pioneers at work.
Hello and welcome. We're here in Ethiopia in a place called Adama, and I'm here with Pastor Alamu Haley, who is the Adventist Mission Coordinator Director for the Ethiopia Union. Pastor Alamu, this morning we visited some global mission pioneers. Can you share some of what we saw this morning?
Yeah, the place we went is called New Era. It's about 80 kilometers from Adama, and the remotest area, very hot area. And in that area we found pioneers called Burhanu Yirga, and he has done tremendous works in that location. He has been for the past 2 years, and he brought some members to the church and working hard. He plays guitar and preaches and witness and visits 2 villages. And there are many people who are interested to follow the Seventh-day Adventist Church principle and faith.
Now, was he assigned 2 places or he was assigned 1?
No, he was assigned for one, the place called New Era. But
So he was assigned for 1,
yes,
but then he decided to walk,
yeah,
what was it, 2 hours
yeah,
to go to another place
yes,
and work there as well.
yes. They have,
Okay.
they have,
And so what was it there at the second place?
the second place called actually a government farm location. They have 15 farm locations, so this is number 10 location. So there he found some Adventists, and there are others newcomers who they are going to be baptized. The first one, even there is one young man, so he's ready for baptism. So he's doing very well and very hardworking, and he's enjoying. He walks for 2 hours because there's no bicycle, there's no motorcycle, and there's no transport at that area, but very hot area.
Yeah, it was very hot and very dusty.
Yes.
Every time a vehicle goes by, the dust clouds rise up and it's like fog. You can't see
Yes,
through it.
yes.
And he walks 2 hours to get there because he found another group of Adventists, and so he's encouraging them and worshiping with them.
Yeah.
And are they starting to reach out to their neighbors or looking for opportunities?
Yes, they do, because even when we went this morning, many people, the neighborings came to see them. You know, when they see such a visit with people from different places and countries and different colors, they may be actually be happy because there is someone behind this message, because they believe, you know, in support. And if you have someone, you are respected. If you don't have, you are neglected. So he will be actually respected, and they may accept the message because of our visit.
That's tremendous. Now, Ethiopia is a fairly large country, and the Adventist Church, I don't know how long it's been here, but I think it's been quite a while.
Okay.
Since when?
96 years. It's starting.
96 years here.
Yes, in
So what's the Adventist Church membership in Ethiopia? 10, 20%?
No, 0.01%.
0.01%.
Yeah, because the main religions, actually the dominant religions are 45%, 35%. The remaining 20%. Among the 20%, Adventist is only 0.18%. It's actually, we are very small. Our membership is very small, by the way, comparing with the population. Actually, Ethiopia is now 102 million population.
Wow.
But our membership is 175 only.
175. 175,000.
Yes,
Okay, I was going to say 175 is really small. 175,000
yeah.
is still small in such a large country. So what are some of the major challenges we face here in terms of mission?
Okay, the major challenge is, you are not allowed to conduct open evangelism. That's the number one. Number two, people are actually scared because of their religion. If they join new religion, so they may be, segregated by the community from other major religions. So because of that, unless they want to take risk, most of the time, they fear.
So are most communities then usually the one religion? Usually it's okay. So like if
Two major religions in Ethiopia.
But in one community, are they in separate communities? So if you move into a community, everybody's the same religion. Is that what it is? Or
The
not
majority,
quite?
yes, the majority is the same religion. But when you go, as Adventist, you have so many challenges. You face, Sabbath problem. You face your segregation from other religions, and you face you may lose your job. You may lose, your status. You may not get a school to attend because of your faith.
When I came to Ethiopia once before, they told me about a challenge you have that I, wasn't aware of, but that is when an Adventist dies, where do you bury them? Because most of the graveyards are all affiliated with specific churches. Yeah. Is that still the case today?
Still the case, but most places we have our own burial grounds. So if you have that burial ground, most of the time people are actually willing to come. But if you don't have that problem, why should I do this? Because it will be segregated, so I can't afford to join this church. But recently we are getting some opportunities where some place we buy land, some place we are given by the government. So we join even the other Protestants sometimes separately we get. So it's not like those days, but still the problem is there. It's not fully actually solved.
So there are many mission challenges here.
Yes.
If you could ask people around the world to pray for something for mission in Ethiopia, what would you ask for?
Number one, I want to ask that the Lord to open ways and means to reach the people, because there are many places that we have to reach, because we didn't reach our country because we are very limited in the small area and limited locations. But especially in the northern side of the country, we didn't reach. So we have been here in Ethiopia for 96 years, but still we are very far to reach our people.
So people can definitely pray for Ethiopia.
Yes,
Thank you so much
you're welcome.
For taking us out this morning and also for sharing with us right now.
Thank you too. God bless you.
Thank you. For Mission 360, I'm Rick Kajura, coming from Ethiopia.
To find out more about what you're seeing here on Mission 360, go to m360.tv, and there you'll find full episodes, mini stories, lots of background information to what you're seeing on this program. Next up, we travel to the Northern Asia Pacific region to see what's happening with one of this quarter's 13 Sabbath offering projects. You'll also see how your 13 Sabbath offerings are making a difference in the capital of one of the world's largest landlocked countries.
I am an elementary teacher, and I have been working here from the beginning of this school. Since I started, the school has been growing rapidly, and many things have changed, many students have come, and the number of teachers increased. There are many schools in the city, but we are fortunate to receive special recognition because we are giving the children a Seventh-day Adventist education. And I believe God sends us the right children that He wants to bless.
About 3 years ago, Teskal Adventist School in Mongolia's capital city of Ulaanbaatar received a portion of the 13th Sabbath offering. The offering was collected to expand the school's ministry. At the time, there were only a few classrooms that could each fit a maximum of 6 students. When the school received the 13th Sabbath offering funds, they quickly put the money to work. The school added more grades, and new Adventist teachers joined the faculty. Classrooms with enough space for 20 or more students each were built. Additional blessings include a library to inspire the students and a cafeteria that serves daily lunch to students and staff. They are very proud of the new facilities and are grateful for the contributions received from all around the world. As the school expanded, its enrollment skyrocketed. Many students from around the community wanted to attend Teskal. In the 5th grade class, one girl feels especially privileged to study here. She is one of East Shemeg's students. She lives in an orphanage in the city, and she came to Teskal from a public school.
When she attended the public school, she was mocked and bullied. This caused her to withdraw from other children, and her hard life was made even harder. But when she arrived at our school, she found peace and self-confidence. She has made friends now, and her guardian is grateful. Stories like this are common in all of our classes. I can see God is working, and this school is fulfilling its mission.
Today, 144 students from kindergarten to 12th grade attend Teskal Adventist School. Most of these students come from non-Adventist families. This quarter's 13th Sabbath offering will once again support the school's expansion. The leadership plans to build a boarding academy for grades 9 through 12. This is a golden opportunity for the emerging Adventist church in Mongolia to connect with the community. Please pray for the 13th Sabbath offering this quarter. It will help Teskal Adventist School expand, as well as help construct urban centers of influence in China, Taiwan, and South Korea, and a youth training center in Japan. Thank you for your support of the mission offerings.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Mission 360, coming to you from Cambodia. And I want to thank you so much for being a part of Adventist Mission. You may ask, how am I a part of Adventist Mission? Well, every time that you pray for mission, pray for global mission pioneers, for church planters, for centers of influence, for missionaries, you are participating in mission. And every time that you give your mission offerings or give a donation to global mission, you're participating in mission. And I want to thank you for being part of our team. If you'd like to get more information about what you see and hear on Mission 360, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. It's very easy, just search for Mission 360 TV and there you'll find lots more information. Before we go, I'd like to share with you a music video, a mission music video. And as this music plays, take it as an opportunity to think about mission, to pray for mission, to think about your personal involvement in mission. For Mission 360, I'm Gary Krause, and I hope that you can join me next time right here on this program.
La 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 la